We welcome you to the final game of the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic in the softball scene. Team service and team commitment colliding. Commitment just came off of their win against Team Integrity, and Team Service at least had some rest after their loss to Team Integrity. So one of these teams will go out of here 1-1, or another team will go out 0-2. As this gets contacted on the second pitch and caught by second base woman, and it gets us to our first out of this third contest. Welcome to everyone watching around the world. I'm Spencer Thompson, proud to be with you in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. First edition of the Gatlinburg Cap Classics. Both sets of events. This gets driven deep into left field and caught for the second out. Really quick first half of the inning going on. Last year, supposed to be the Baseball Cap Classic, and that was rained out, could not have it occur, and adding softball. Adding softball on this first year. Now you got for team service, Callie Flanagan up, gets a contact on right to third base, and easy 3 outs, not any more than 4 to 5 pitches. We head to the middle of the first service, 0 points to start. Bailey Norris stepping over here from the Highlanders. Gatlinburg Pickman, senior, just coming off of that victory against Team Integrity within the last hour or so. And now to the bottom of the first as Team Service gets in their defensive spots. It's Adelie Gaunt pitching, the junior from the Pack Panthers, in the circle as this gets popped up. Easily caught for out number 1. That's Team Service, Kimber White. And Lily Keach trying to go for a bat there, fouls out. Raiders of Pungo Christian being represented by Lily Keach, the junior, playing third base. She also alternates between shortstop and second as that bunts and will be tossed for out number 2.
Number 14, Landry Miller.
And Landry Miller will step up, the junior from Rocky Mount Academy, playing in the shortstop position. Imagine the amount of accolades she's had since her 7th grade playing days for this varsity team. Getting into her senior year after being a state champion and state runner-up and on the all-state and all-conference teams several times. 1-1, grounder into the circle, and a quick first inning, not even lasting more than 5 to 7 minutes to get us to the top of the second. Starting the second inning here, team service up to bat, and it goes right to the pitcher on the catch. Good attempt, Kirsten Thomas. Try to get it done, but a quick out.
Kirsten Thomas. Up to bat now, we've got number 20, Abigail Gibbs.
It's now Abigail Gibbs from the Pack Panthers coming up here. Instant hit went right to the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Gibbs with contact, caught by the shortstop and tossed over for safe measure. 2 outs. Now up Kimber White from Southern Christian.
Up to bat, number 20, Kimber White.
Kitch and got it, and just past the glove of the shortstop. Landry Miller couldn't secure it in, and that's our first base hit of the game. Kimber White on first pitch for her in this third contest of the day. And now Kiera Smith up to bat with a runner on first.
Kiera Smith.
See the junior from Christchurch Academy. Gets contact on it. That will go foul for first strike. Outside, 1-1. Kiera Smith in the 25 campaign at .423 batting average. She was second on the team in RBIs. Gets a crack there for a base hit. Runners will be on first and second. Lead out 2 outs here in the top of the second. And now up Kylie Jordan from Christchurch out of Florida.
Now, number 11, Kylie Jordan.
Senior second baseman in this competition. Also alternates at third base. Gets a pop-up that'll go deep to center field, but that will retire the side. Heading to the middle of the second inning, a quick 1.5. Berkeley Miller stepping up here to bat in the bottom of the second. Lead off here for Team Commitment. Swing and a miss for strike one. Berkeley Miller had that incredible homer in game 2 to seal it for Team Integrity. Help give them some cushion on any sort of comeback. See what she can do here on it's 0-1. High up on the 1-1. Grounder gets past in and out of the glove of Kimber White. And Berkeley Miller going to first.
Up to bat now, number 24, A.J. Gibson.
A.J. Gibson from Russell Christian as we shed some light on the subject with the sun being blocked a little bit by the clouds. I wonder if it would make a difference if the sun was out and you could still see here if the lights would be turned on, but give you a little bit of brightness around these parts. Inside, strike one. A.J. Gibson, the freshman from Russell Christian. High up 1-1. Got a piece on it, past the pitcher to the shortstop. We'll toss it to tag out at second, but safe at first. Next up is Zoe Tucker from Russell Christian.
Batting now, number 15, Zoe Tucker.
Pinch runner coming in on the first base. Looks like for Team Commitment, that's going to be Berkeley Miller. Inside 0-1. Zoe Tucker ended up pitching the final moments in previous game against Integrity. Getting swapped up to the mound. Beg your pardon, getting swapped over to the circle. 1-1 count. Outside for the 2-1. Down in the turf, 3-1. Trying to steal second. That goes high up and will tag and go over to third. A little hesitation from Berkeley Miller at first, but steals 2 bases as that was not secured. It was Kylie Jordan where it went over her head on the pass. And now 2 stolen bases for Berkeley Miller in prime scoring position. 3-1 count. Outside for the ball. Runners now at first and third. Only 1 out as up to bat now, Kaylin Evans from Rocky Mount Academy.
Batting now, number 8, Kaylin Evans.
Inside for the strike. And looks like perfect stolen base there. Runner will advance to second. Not even a toss attempt there from the catcher. Crackback goes past third. They're going to bring the first run in. Service is going to go up not 1-0, but 2-0, safe at second. Service will face the deficit with this being the bottom as they allow a hit to go out there. So Commitment up 2-0.
Batting now, number 17, Katie Bullock.
There's Katie Bullock with a runner in scoring position and only 1 out. Great rally play there by Commitment to open things up here in the bottom of the second. Little bit of contact, but strike one. Adelie Gaunt for the Pack Panthers pitching there. Swing and a miss for strike two. Runners at runner on second base as this gets drilled into the trees. I wonder if it's painful for trees to get hit by foul balls, baseballs, or softballs. I guess it depends on if it grazes the brush or if it hits the trunk, I suppose. That goes down into the turf for the 1-2. Got a piece of it. High up, it will go foul if it's not caught, and it is. That'll be out number two. Runner stays at second. Here comes Sadie Moore again. This gets cracked to right field. Will be a base hit fair, and it will head all the way back to home, trying to beat the pass. Gets in, safe, and it's now 3-0 commitment.
That was Sadie Moore. Next up is number 12, Bailey Norris.
Bailey Norris coming up. The Highlanders in very familiar territory on their home turf. See if the other senior for the Highlanders on this all-star squad can get something going. Sadie Moore getting a base hit and an RBI. Adelie Gaunt still in the circle. Pitches on the 0-1. Gets it to a 1-1. Outside for the 2-1. Three one. Got a piece of it foul. Full count. Senior Bailey Norris playing left field in this all-star game, trying to make an impact just like Sadie Moore did a few moments ago. Full count, 2 outs. That'll head outside for the walk. Runners will head to first and second.
Up to bat now, number 5, Lily Keach.
Inside 0-1. Another piece of it for the 0-2. Lily Keach, the junior third basewoman, trying to get out of this 0-2 hole. Outside 1-2. And trying to steal it. Pitch that goes out, trying to dive it back for home, and it's another run. Catch missed, and the runners will advance again all the way to third. 4-0 commitment. And this is the first time that the home team has led in any of these competitions here today. 2-2 count. Gets a piece of it, high, shallow, and that'll at least end the inning and try to minimize the damage more than it's already gone. Heading to the top of the third, Commitment rallies 4-0 after 2 innings. Maggie White up to bat.
Up to bat, number 35, Maggie White.
Maggie White from the Southern Christian Patriots. Gets a grounder that gets picked up and easy out there here in the top of the third.
Up to bat now, number 15, Rachel Samangio.
Rachel Samangio up to bat now as this almost makes her get hit by pitch. 1-0. Swing and a miss for the 1-1. Service trying to make a difference here in the top of the third after allowing 4 runs on defense in the bottom of the second. Facing the 1-1 count outside for the 2-1. Got a piece of it. Similar to what the previous batter had, a grounder and out at first.
Up to bat, number 22, Adelie Gaunt.
Adelie Gaunt up to bat next. Pitching in the circle the last 2 innings. Outside for the 1-0. One even count. 455 batting average on the regular season for the junior from the Pack Panthers. It's a piece of it ruled foul. Also got A.J. Gibson from Russell Christian on catching duties. Piece of it. in and out of the glove of Landry Miller, safe at first.
Up to bat now, we've got number 32, Bridget Keene.
Bridget Keene batting .420 with a .474 on base percentage. Coach mentioned that lefty hitter, fast, and covers a lot of ground in the outfield when nominating her for this Cap Classic. Bailey Norris gets that pitch, goes out to the outfield, trying to get in safe to third, goes past the third base, and first point is going to be off of an error, and safe at third is Bridget Keene.
Batting now, number 10, Callie Flanagan.
Callie Flanagan has a chance with a runner on third, even with 2 outs, to at least make some damage happen here to get the deficit cut in half. Got a piece of it for a foul. Flanagan at a .359 average on the season, 3 RBIs, and for 3 years has been a starter on varsity. Was a defensive player of the year last year. On the offensive side, trying to get things going here. That's inside for the 0-2. Inside for the strikeout. That'll at least keep the damage at a minimum here, but service is on the board with the score 4-1 in favor of Commitment. Landry Miller gets up in the bottom of the third. We are halfway through this game, and she gets a base hit on her first pitch. Base hit to go to first. And chance coming up here is from Rocky Mount Academy, Berkeley Miller.
Up to bat next, number 15, Berkeley Miller.
Miller gets a piece of it for the foul. Almost an attempt to steal second there. Landry Miller opted to just hold back. 1-1 count for Berkeley Miller. Two one outside, 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Miller got a piece of it. Full count. I wonder if car insurance covers foul balls. I wonder if there are policies that exclusively say that they qualify it as an act of God. This goes outside for the walk. Bring runners to first and second. That's a great question for insurance agents to
Next, number
ask them.
24, AJ Gibson.
AJ Gibson from Russell Christian will step up here with runners on first and second. Gibson trying to make some sort of impact here. Has been mentioned a couple times, but has not quite stepped up in the batting side here for these first game or two that she's been a part of. Swing and a miss. Is it to 1-1? Outside 2-1. Got a piece of it. Fumbled by the second basewoman, but gets tagged out, and runners will be at first and third with one out.
Up to bat now, number 15, Zoe Tucker.
Someone actually eventful bottom of the third. 6-3 the score now. Commitment over Service. They had run that was counted. And as a grounder that goes over to the right side, easy out there. One out, top of the fourth. Correction, grounder that goes foul.
Batting now, number 20, Abby Gibbs.
Is that the right score? 6-1? 6-1. Okay. Let's pitch there. Abigail Gibbs up to bat here, senior catcher, graduating. Have to graduate in the next couple of weeks. Commencement, as that goes low, 2-1. Grounder that stays fair, picked up by the third base player, and that'll result to out number 2.
Up to bat now, number 20,
Bailey
Kimber
Norris
White.
pitching, senior from Gatlinburg Pittman, the Highlanders. Now you got Kimber White up to bat, who gets a grounder. Great catch. So the result, great move by Bailey Norris to finish out the offensive attempts there for Team Service. Takes us to the bottom of the fourth here, 6-1 advantage in the Smokies.
Fourth, we've got number 4, Sadie Moore.
Sadie Moore leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth, a 6-1 advantage for her team. Team Commitment over Team Service. Getting well beyond the halfway point here in this third and final game of the Softball Cap Classic. Grounder picked up second base, toss and out, as Sadie Moore did get some good contact, but didn't go the distance she wanted.
Batting now, number 12, Bailey Norris.
Bailey Norris now up to bat, pitching for last several innings. Got good contact on it. Is that in play? It is caught for an out. Doesn't matter on that one whether it's in the foul line or not.
Up to bat now, number 5, Lily Keach.
Now Lily Keach will try to rally things around, facing 2 outs. Keach got good contact going into center field, but much ado about nothing. That goes to a quick 3 and out. 3 contacts on the ball takes us to the top of the 5th here in Gatlinburg. 4 innings down, 3 left to go in this 6-1 lead.
We've got number 3,
Commitment
Kira
over
Smith up
service.
to bat.
Kira Smith now up to the plate. Got a little bit of contact on there, but still swinging a miss for strike. 423 under batting average on the season. Led the team, was behind the team leader, just second on the team in RBIs. Got a 500 batting average overall in the year prior, 913 under fielding percentage, starting on the varsity team for 3 years. And all 3 of those times in her campaign, she has won the Grit Award for her team for Christchurch out of Florida. 0-2 count. Almost gets hit by the pitch there. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Got contact on it, right in between in the shallow space, and gets to first with a base hit. Couldn't place that ball any more perfectly.
Up to bat now, number
Now,
11,
Kylie Jordan from Christchurch out of Florida, graduating this month. Step back up. You have a little bit of laughter between the coaches. They were tossing several softballs on the field. There's 3 of them out there. They'll just toss them all back out to the dugout. Who says you can't have fun in the All-Star game? And going to steal for second, sliding in safe. Kira Smith safe with that steal. Just to a 1-0 count. For Kylie Jordan, who bunts it. They'll advance the runner to third. She will be out at first, but now a runner in prime scoring position. 1 out.
Batting now, number 35, Maggie White.
Maggie White steps back up. Gets great contact in the gap, and that'll bring a runner back. So service is going to go to a score of 6-2 with a 4-point deficit, but a great hit that sank all the way into the outfield, staying at first. 6-2, still in favor of team commitment.
Up to bat now, number 15, Rachel Samangio.
There's So Rachel Samaniego from Christchurch in Florida, the senior, set to graduate in the next couple of weeks. Inside 0-2 count, 1 out. Runner is on first. 1-2. Got deep contact on it. The inside of her bat, and it's caught easily there by Lily Keach for out number 2. Tag back at first as we move along in this top of the 5th inning.
Batting now, number 22, Adelie Gaunt.
Adelie Gaunt steps back up. Tag back at first, that ball going into the turf. Eye up. Tag back, 2-0 count. Two one on the strike. Low and inside, 3-1. Top of the fifth inning, 6-2 lead for Team Commitment over Team Service. Game 3. Contact in the gap. Center fielder mishandled the ball and trying to run back. They're going to keep the runners at second and third. Tags there, and several mistakes there made on trying to catch it. Looked like Maggie White tripped up on the base. Looks like she's smirking it off a little bit. Thought it was more funny on her end, but now runners will be at second and third.
Batting now, number 32, Bridget King.
Bridget King coming back up. You can tell also the Team Service dugout is chirping at Maggie White for that one, too. There's at second and third. Two 2-0 count. Outside 3-0. Got contact on it, 3-1. Contact, full count. 2 outs here in the top of the fifth, trying to Service here trying to get more back in this game. Runners in scoring position. Here's the full count pitch. High up, and it's a walk. Bases loaded. And here comes Flanagan.
Batting now, number 10, Callie Flanagan.
High up, ball one. 2 outs, loaded bases here. Flanagan, 359 batting average. She's got 3 RBIs heading into this weekend. And they even up that number. That one's inside for the 1-1. Even Coach Aschenbrenner saying we don't need a walk here, realizing the stakes at hand. Outside 2-1. Got a grounder, third, tossing it to first to get the final out. No runs will count. Takes us to the bottom of the fifth on the other side of the break. 6-2 in favor of Team Commitment. Landry Miller will lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth. Commitment trying to add on more to their score. Gets contact, Landry Miller, and a great diving catch in the outfield by Kira Smith.
Batting next, number 15, Berkeley Miller.
Here comes up Berkeley Miller. Very rare you see the sisters back-to-back on batting orders. Oh, 1 count. Got contact deep past, and that's fair. Chance for Berkeley Miller to go for a double, and she'll get it.
Up to bat next, we've got number 24, A.J. Gibson.
A.J. Gibson from Russell Christian will step up to the plate. Runner in scoring position. Even count. Good contact. Is that fair on the inside? It's going to go to the outside of the foul pole and onto the fence for an even count. Looked like it was curling to the right. Inside, full count. Runner on second with only 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Full count pitch faced by A.J. Gibson. Got contact, grounder to the third base. And that'll be out, but the runner will tag in advance to third. Prime scoring position with 2 outs.
Up to bat now, number 15, Zoe Tucker.
Now Zoe Tucker will try to get things going. Got contact for the foul. Zoe Tucker, freshman. One of a handful of freshmen making it to Cap Classic. Face the 2-1. Russell Christian out of Meridian, Mississippi. 2-1 contact high up above the second base woman, and that'll bring in a runner, make it 7-2 commitment, and going for the double there. She got it. 7-2 with 2 outs.
Batting next, number 8, Kaylin Evans.
Here's Kaylin Evans, inside 1-0. Freshman from Rocky Mount Academy got a piece of it, 1-1. Contact again, 1-2. Adelie Gunt still in the circle for team service. Has been tremendous thus far, and more contact for another foul. Tremendous through almost an entire 5 innings. Good contact going deep, high and deep. That ball is gone. A 2-run homer. Nine to 2 commitment. How about that for Kaylin Evans? We don't have any statistics on her, the freshman from Rocky Mount Academy, but you have to think that's probably her first homer, if not one of the few she's maybe had in her very young career. And now it's 9 to 2.
Batting now, number 17, Katie Bullock.
Good piece of it there for the foul, Katie Bullock. Even count at 1-0. Katie Bullock with contact, but that'll head into the trees. I don't think the Lorax would be happy with that one. 1-2 count. Got contact on it. Another foul. Good contact, grounder picked up by the second basewoman, and that will retire the side. We head to the top of the 6th inning as 3 runs are scored here to make it a 9-2 game in favor of Team Commitment. Kirsten Thomas starting things off here in the top of the the 6th inning. Second, but times it by 3 as we are On good pace, about an hour and 8 minutes since we started this stream, so about an hour to get through 5 innings as this goes past both the shortstop and the third base player, and a single hit there for Kirsten Thomas. Kirsten with good contact, and it looks like Gibbs is up next here, the senior for the Pack Panthers.
Batting now, number 20, Abby Gibbs.
High up, tag back first, safe. Got contact, bounces in, out at second, trying to go for the double play in time. Great double play by this commitment defense to shut things down.
Up to bat now, number 20, Kimber White.
Here's Kimber White. Low and wild pitch. Not much benefit to them with nobody on base right now. All 1-1-0. Even count. Down 9-2, 4 more outs. This goes high up for the 2-1 for Team Service to work with. Inside 3-1. It actually was a walk. Walk they had. And the miscount on our own scoreboard is now 4-0, 4-1 on that count. So Kara Smith will step up with the runner on first. Gets a grounder there, only one out to give left. Got in time, safe on first and second. Now Kylie Jordan will step up for Team
11,
Service.
Kylie Jordan.
Runners on first and second. Imagine how good a rally from this advantage point would be. At least get the score, especially with only 4 outs left, down by 7. Maybe get it within 5 or 4. That pitch goes backward on a wild. They'll toss it to third. And it's an illegal pitch called. They'll send the runner back and not call her out. The umpire rules it an illegal pitch. The runners will stay on first and second. Count will stay at 1-0. Umpire rules it an illegal pitch and sends the runners back to their bases, still on first and second. Two 0. High up for 3-0. Or actually, it's another ball there. They called it on the illegal pitch a ball, so that makes the bases loaded here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
Batting now, number 35,
Now Maggie White from Southern Christian will step up. Bases loaded here. Trying to spark things for service. Got some contact for the foul. Grounder that stays fair. They'll just toss it high up back to home and tag her out. And that will take us to the middle of the sixth. Damage kept to pretty much nothing, and not even pretty much, actually nothing, as Service cannot get a score on the board. They have 3 outs left to get 7 runs, or potentially more, depending on how the bottom of the sixth goes.
Starting us off for the bottom of the sixth, we got number 4, Sadie Moore.
Sadie Moore from the Highlanders gets back up here in what might be the last chance for any of the commitment players to bat. If they can shut things down in the top of the seventh. Probably a chance for pride, chance for players to try and get some hits or some more activity here, as this will go outside for the 1-0. 2-0 outside. Two one. Sadie Moore graduating this year, what might be her last at bat as a softball player. Gets contact, grounder, that out, she'll be tagged out.
Up to bat now, number 12, Bailey Norris.
Bailey Norris, senior, will likely be her last time for an at bat as senior. Gets contact there. It's popped up and trying to dive for the catch. Couldn't get it there. Couldn't get it there. Abigail Gibbs. And they do advance the runner on that with contact. And she got the hit. The hit, it was fair in play. Looked like some people may have been confused for a moment, but now Lily Keach up to bat. This gets contacted going to center field deep and will be caught for out number 2. Now Landry Miller, which could be the last at bat.
Landry Miller.
for team commitment. Low for strike one. Contact on an infield, and that will officially retire the side. 3 outs. 6th inning is over. One last chance. 3 outs left for team service to make things interesting. One half inning left. If the score holds or stays with a lead by commitment, if service rallies here and gets 7 runs or more, we head to the bottom of the 7. Spencer Thompson bringing you to the action here. James Shannon been setting up stuff throughout the day, troubleshooting, and also working the Cap Classic baseball games on the higher fields up here. Proud to be with you from Rocky Top Sports World in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This will go high up for ball one. A 9-2 lead, team commitment over team service in this final game of the Cap Classic. Team commitment won against team integrity earlier, so they're going to go 2-0 if the score holds. And team service will go 0-2 with losing to integrity in the first game. Swing and a miss for the 1-2. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A strikeout, 2 away. Now up Adelie Gaunt for the Pack Panthers.
Batting now, number 22, Adelie Gaunt.
Strike one. Strike two. And strike three, 1 away.
Up to bat now, number 32, Bridget Keene.
Bridget Keene, last chance hope here. Down by 7. Upstairs for 2-0. Great weekend all around for the Cap Classic baseball games still going on the higher field. Just finishing up this third game here. It's now a 3-0 count. First year that this has ever occurred. Softball, this is the first year it's actually been incepted. Last year it was just baseball as this gets contacted high up, and that is all she wrote. Final out, top of the 7th is the final score of 9-2 in favor of Team Commitment. They go 2-0 on the weekend. Team Service goes 0-2 in all this competition here in the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic. And we have the MVPs, trophy winners, being awarded here in just a few moments. Look like Team Commitment set to get several. And heading out with the awards given to Adelie Gaunt from the Pack Panthers, as well as from Rocky Mount Academy, Kayleen Evans. And that should about do it. That final score, 9-2 in favor of Commitment over Service in this Softball Cap Classic. On behalf of all our hardworking men and women that make this run so smoothly, I'm Spencer Townsend saying so long from Gatlinburg. Team Commitment dominates 2-0 in the 2025 Gatlinburg Cap Classic for softball.